That's what happens.
You tell us whenever.
Rolling here.
Yeah? Okay, today you've been shooting a video for what song?
For Ray of Light.
Tell me about the song to start with.
The song is like, it's like a, it's about kind of being in wonderment of the world around you and seeing the world for the first time, like looking at the world finally with your eyes open and seeing how big the universe is and seeing how small I am in the universe. And also just kind of a celebration of life too.
Do you want to be a ray of light? Or?
Yeah, well, a ray of light to me is like hope. You know, so it's a song about looking at the world for the first time with a feeling of real hope and also joy and happiness. So it's a song about celebration.
Okay, and what about the video? How has this Swedish guy interpreted it?
The video, well, basically it's just been 2 days of me dancing like a maniac. He's been shooting a lot of footage that I'm not in, but it's like stuff about the universe really, but it's like the modern universe, like, you know, it's kind of very looking forward to where we're going and seeing how fast we're moving, and especially in technologically, you know, with, you know, computers and airplanes and, you know, cars zooming down highways really fast. I mean, it's kind of like life in fast forward motion, kind of zooming towards the end of the 20th century, which is also what the song's about. So for me, the song is like a real visual interpretation of the song. Yeah.
But when you spoke about it first, it sounded like a positive feeling.
It is.
But you know, I get sort of scared when you're talking about zooming in and the speed of.
Yeah, but we are zooming forward. But that is, you know, that is what's happening to civilization. But that doesn't mean that you can kind of lose touch with the spiritual side of things and be grateful and notice the thing. You know, still notice the world around you. It's like a juxtaposition.
It's very spiritual, as both the lyrics and the music on this album seems to be very spiritual. Is that so?
Yeah, that's true. It's my spiritual journey.
Okay, I mean, when it's sort of Indian or African sounds.
There's a lot of Moroccan and Indian, a little bit of Asian influences, a lot of world music.
How did you come up?
Because that's the kind of music I listen to. I mean, I listen to music from all over the world. I love Indian music. And I've listened to a lot of North African music, and I wanted to incorporate that into the record. So.
If we're talking about the video part, you've always been ahead of the music video world, doing the most interesting videos. When did you get the notion that music videos are so important? I mean, you're the artist who made them.
Well, I think I'm a real visual artist because I was trained as a dancer and in theater, and I'm also an actress, so actually the medium of film is very important to me. And when I do a video, I can incorporate all of the things that I do well into one 5-minute condensed period of time.
But was that something that just happened, or did you get the idea, hey, music videos? Because when you started...
Well, I didn't think of music videos. I mean, someone came to me when I made a record and said, you're going to have to shoot a video. But I figured out that kind of like what videos are like poems. Like, you know, what poems are to stories, videos are to film. So it's a very kind of concentrated, intense expression, the way a poem is. And it's just a great way to express yourself in a song.
The music has evolved a lot. It's matured just, you know, since '94 up till now. But all, I mean, since...
Well, I've matured.
But all through your career, do you think that music videos has evolved with your music?
I think, yeah, I mean, the kind of videos that are being made now versus the kind that, you know, I made in the early 80s are very different, completely different. And I think that post-production and, you know, special effects and stuff that people were using in movies, people are now incorporating into videos and stuff like that. And I I think videos have kept up with progress, and the high-tech things that are happening in film videos are also incorporating.
Are you putting as much work into the music videos as you put into the writing of the songs?
No. No, I mean, I poured my heart and soul into that record, you know, and it took me very many months to make. I mean, a music video is a much more of collaboration with the director and what his ideas are. And Jonas has a very specific style of working, and that's why I used him for this song. And you know, each director has a different way that they look at the world and a different sensibility, which is why I choose them depending on what kind of song it is. I think he would have been all wrong for the Frozen video. I thought Chris Cunningham and his sensibility was really great for that, and Jonas is really good for this. But on this record, I'm really interested in using new directors, younger, newer, kind of just people who have a fresh look at things versus like the directors that I've been using for years on all my other videos.
Back to the music, it's more sort of taking on the techno, electronical dance music.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I started out making dance music. So for me, techno or electronica is like a natural progression of the dance music that I began with in the 80s.
But do you like it yourself? I mean, do you go? I mean, do you dance to rave music, techno music yourself?
Yeah. I dance to everything. Anything with the beat, I can dance to.
Okay, but still, is the dance floor, the dance clubs, are they as important to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because that's where I started, and like I said, I was trained as a dancer, so I always look at life through the eyes of a dancer, so it's really important to me.
But your life has changed quite a bit since, I mean, when you started out.
Yeah, but I still like to dance.
Do you go to clubs as much as you used to?
It depends on what city I'm in. There's not a lot of great clubs in LA. Sometimes in New York or London or Miami. Yeah, I go dancing.
But the singing part, you were away from pop music world for 3 years almost during the Vida.
Mm-hmm.
Did that change your voice a lot?
Well, to sing the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber, I had to study with a vocal coach because I didn't think I had the range to hit all the high notes. And so after studying for several months, I really strengthened my voice and learned how to sing in a way that I never did before. So it really influenced me with my songwriting on my own album, and I think that my songwriting has changed a lot because of it.
Why? Because you have a
bigger range.
Bigger range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you kept on training your voice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Saying, you know, those chord things?
You want me to do a vocal warm up or
Yes,
something?
please.
No. Okay, here's one. Or here's another one.
So you actually do
Yeah, you have to sit there basically and look like an idiot for about half an hour.
Okay, so you do that what, every day? Or?
No. I just go in for tune-ups, you know what I mean? Like if I know I'm going to do a performance, or if I go, she lives in New York, so whenever I'm in New York, I go and visit my voice teacher.
Was it nice to be away from the pop world for those years? Did you long for it?
No, I was very happy to have time off from being me. I didn't miss it at all.
If you listen to the lyrics on the new album, it's very sort of, you open up yourself and you. Still, do you regret anything you did during your career?
No.
Choices?
No.
Did you do anything in another way?
No. Because everything I did led me up to this moment. So if I would have changed other things, I wouldn't be here.
What other influences on your album, except for the dance music? And if you look at you as a person, you study Sanskrit and... Yeah,
Sanskrit, yoga has influenced me. Studying the Kabbalah, which is a mystical interpretation of the Old Testament. Yeah, just all of those things. Being a mother have really influenced me and inspired me on this record.
Does being a mother, has that changed your life, traveling and anything like that? You travel less?
Oh, well, I try to. I set out to travel less, but then somehow I end up traveling so much. So, but it's okay. It's much harder with a baby. So.
Will you ever go on another world tour?
I'd love to, but actually I'd like to wait till my daughter's just a little bit older, because she's still a really small baby, and you know, between now and when she has to go to school, I'll go on tour. I swear.
Oh, okay. So, but she's with you when you're working, right?
Always. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what about the artistic? I mean, you grew as an artist, but also as business person. Would you say that you're in total control of your creativity and artistic side today? That you can do whatever you want to without anyone telling you,
No, because I mean, I can dream up dreams and I can do my best to execute my dreams, but everything I do is a collaboration with other people. I rely on the creative energy of a lot of people to do everything I do, from whether that's a photo shoot or a video or a film or a record. I mean, I rely on the musicians. I rely on the people that make my clothes. I rely on the people that do my hair and my makeup. I rely on the director that's standing behind the camera. I mean, so I never think that I can do whatever I want to do. I always think, this is my dream. Let me gather around the people I think are going to most support my dream, and let's see what happens.
Okay, but still, I mean, aren't you more in control today than you were, 10 years? I mean, I
think I know more. I'm more sure about what I want and what's right for me, but I don't think I'm any more in control.
Is that a goal or is it not?
To be in control?
No, I mean because of the music industry being the music industry, there's always someone saying, no, that's not the first single, that's the second single, and stuff like that.
Well, exactly. And when I went to choose the first single for this record, I had lots of people influencing me. My managers had their input, my friends, people that worked at my record company. So, sometimes I get a feeling of something that I want, but then sometimes I make compromises and say, well, I go with somebody else's point of view.
Okay, well, I mean, you made Evita was greatly acclaimed, and this latest album must be the best so far. Everyone's raving about it. What about new goals and new places to go with your artistic side and your personal side?
Well, I'm gonna probably make 2 more movies this year, and one of them I play a violin teacher, so I have to learn how to play violin, and I'm very excited about that, but I know it's going to be really hard. And then after that I'm going to do a musical, and I'll do another record because there's going to be a soundtrack to that, and so that's till the end of the year.
Oh, and that's just this year.
Yeah, these are this year goals.
But
more shopping, more eating, more sleeping.
Okay, but what about? I mean, is it as fun to do all these things as they used to be?
Shopping, eating, and sleeping, love it.
No, but I was thinking about...
I still love everything I do. If I don't love it, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm. But what about this Kabbalah? I actually, until I read in an interview with you that you were studying it, I never heard of it.
It's probably not a lot of Kabbalah schools in Sweden.
But what about, do you spend lots of time looking into that side, the more...
Oh, I'm just exploring things. When I'm in Los Angeles, I go to class every week. But it's like, I'm curious about the world and different philosophies and different ways of looking at life. So I'm just studying different things. And it really inspires me.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
In what God? I mean, do you have a name on him? Or?
God, light, hope, love, happiness, kindness. I mean, they're all God. I couldn't describe to you what God is. God is indescribable.
Because on one side on the album is about death.
Yes.
Tell me about
dealing with death.
Dealing with death.
The idea of the idea of letting go. Letting go of fearing death and the idea of mortality, letting go of that, and accepting.
Nu måste vi ner och jobba lite grann här.
Jonas, you've been working me way too hard.
Kan du gå?
Nej, men kom här nu.
Do I have to go to work?
Yes.
He's so mean to me. Is everyone this mean in Sweden?
Well, not really. I'm nice.
No, you've been really mean to me as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Okay.
Tack så jättemycket, du.
Tack själv.
What are you guys saying to each other?
You know,
Just being nice to each other.
He taught me a bad word, but I won't say
Don't
it.
say no.
no, please, don't say no.
No, can't say it. Oops, don't remember it. I better not.
You say it.